Hello. So I have got a pretty different video for you today. Um, Today I went and saw a movie with David and a really good friend of ours, Kelly. Um, we went to see the movie Men, which I will let you. I thought it was really good, but it is definitely for mature audiences. Um, I thought it had a really good message, um, but I'm not going to ramble about the movie. After the movie, we actually went to a place called Dragon's Lair, which is, if you didn't know, is one of, or the biggest comic book store, or at least it was, and it might still be, I think it still is, um, one of the biggest comic book stores in Texas. Um, I do live in Austin, Texas. If you did not know that about me, if you are new to my channel, my content, I live in Austin. So Dragon's Lair is in Austin. And of course they have comic books, they've got, gaming stuff, like stuff for Warhammer, stuff for D&D. They host like game, I don't even know what you call them, like game sessions for like groups. You can get a table. They have multiple tables devoted to, tabletop games, tabletop RPGs. So it is a really cool place. I cannot speak highly enough about it. I have loved going there since I started moving to Austin. Since before I started living in Austin, I visited it every time I would come to Austin. I love it. And the second store that we went to was actually Kinokuniya, which is a Japanese bookstore. This was my first time at this bookstore, but it was incredible. It is also in Austin, so if you are in the area, if you're from here or just like passing through, definitely check these places out. They are so cool. If you're a nerd, or if you like to read, or they're awesome. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I will go over the stuff that I got from Kinokuniya first. So first, starting out, they do have a bunch of art supplies, actually, which I was not expecting, but I'm super thankful for. I do dabble in the arts. I do like to work with chalk pastels, oil pastels. I also like to paint, hence the easel back there. I love, I've been doing this thing recently, not even recently, it's been a few years now. I keep like these sketchbooks with black paper in them, and I found, not today, but see, I'm like rambling. That's what these videos are for, just for me to ramble and hear myself talk. But what I started doing a few years ago is I found these jelly roll pens. Jelly roll pens are basically just gel pens, hence the name jelly roll. And you can actually, they show up on black paper. So what I like to do is just kind of doodle on these papers, on this black paper. And I don't know why I think everything looks cooler. Like, I think color on black just looks so much cooler. So typically, I'll just doodle in them. Nothing's like super intense or what's the word? Intricate. They're just doodles, and it's just fun for me. But the store had like this big display of jelly roll pens, and I was so excited because the only place that I've seen jelly roll pens are Hobby Lobby and of course Amazon, and maybe they have a website, but I hate waiting for stuff to come. It's terrible. but I've only ever seen like sets of them, usually like sets of 5 or 6, and they had a whole display of all these different colors. So I picked up 6, or no, oh my god, 7. I got 7 of them. Just in some colors that I did not have. This is like a teal color, or maybe like a mint green. I don't really know how you would describe it. I got a black one. I'm just gonna use this for like writing in my planner and stuff. And I don't have a black Jelly Roll pen, and I'm like, all right. A red one, which yeah, I didn't have a red either. And then I just got a few other colors, an orange, a nice like yellow, like pastel yellow, a dark purple, and like a pastel green. So I was really excited to see these. I've never seen them in a display. There was like 50 different colors. I was stoked for it. So of course I had to get some. The next thing I got, so it is a Japanese bookstore. They have lots of manga, lots of graphic novels, just honestly, just pretty much anything you can think of. They even have tarot decks. I mean, it's definitely a cool store. I cannot. It would take me forever to list like everything that they have, but they also have just like regular books, I guess. You know, like new bestsellers and whatnot. So I picked up this book. Of course, the cover got me. I hate to admit it, but I am like that where I do judge a book by its cover. Not to say that I always do, okay, but I'd be a liar if I said that the covers don't draw me in, because they do, and that's the point, right? So this is Bad Girls Never Say Die. It is by Jennifer Matthew. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Apparently she is the critically acclaimed author of Moxie, which I'm not familiar with. But the plot really got me, or the what even is the summary, the synopsis? I don't know. But this is set in 1964 in Houston, Texas. Evie Barnes is a bad girl. So are all her friends. They're the sort who wear bold makeup, laugh too loud, and run around with boys. Most of all, they protect their own against the world. So when Evie is saved from a sinister encounter by a good girl from the right side of the tracks, every rule she has always lived by is called into question. Now she must redefine what it means to be a bad girl and rethink everything she knew about loyalty. In this riveting story of murder, secrets, and tragedy, Jennifer Matthew puts a female twist on S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. Bad Girls Never Say Die has all the drama and heartache of that teen classic, but with a feminine take just right for our times. So, I mean, it sounded really good to me. Apparently Moxie is a Netflix film. I'm not familiar with them. But it just drew me in. I've been reading a lot lately. I just started the series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I cannot think of the author's name. I want to say it's Sarah something. I'm terrible at remembering books and just authors. But I've been reading a lot lately, so I picked this up. It was kind of like a last minute buy. But the next thing I got, which I'm really excited about, I got this iron-on patch. My crazy runs wide and it runs deep. I just love that so much. I love it. I have been getting some patches lately. My plan is to get a vest and, you know, make that like typical punk rock vest. And this was just, it was perfect, honestly. I probably spent more on it than I should, but I just think it's so funny. It's the menacing mockingbird, and that's perfect. The next things that I got are both kind of like journals, I guess. Well, one of them is a journal. And then we're going to go into the stuff that I got from Lair. The first thing is a journal. Now, this is not your normal journal because this has soft rings. So rather than it being, like the metal spirals, they're just soft. They're bendy, like rubbery material, which is perfect for me. And the reason I'm so excited is because I am left-handed. I love spiral notebooks because the papers are so easy to rip out, but like it's so frustrating to write in a spiral notebook being left-handed because it's just always getting in your way. Annoying. So I got this. Another thing I'm super excited about is it is just lined paper. You can't even really see it. Oh, there we go. It is just lined paper, but it has, my camera like won't focus on it, but it has, let me turn on autofocus really quick and see if that helps. Yeah, so the lines have these dots on them, so it's kind of like a, like those journals that are just, they're literally called dot journals. I like those because I do like to doodle and stuff, of course, and I like symmetry, if that makes sense. So a lot of my doodles are just like shapes and squares, and well, square is a shape, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I was just really excited about finding this. It doesn't seem like a big thing, but it is a big thing. Being lucky is hard, you guys. Real fucking hard. Real freaking hard. Whoops. And the next thing and the last thing I got from Kinokuniya was this daily planner. This is the Life Cube and Function notebook for those who are particular about life. So I think I mentioned it in one of my other videos. I've been going to therapy. It's been going really well. But one of the things I'm trying to work on is time management because I am really bad about saying, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this today, and then I do this, and I don't do this, this, and this, because I just lose track of time so easily, and the laziness, it does kick in where I'm just like, all I want to do is just sit here, I get overwhelmed very easily about just normal tasks, and that has a lot to do with, of course, anxiety and whatnot. It's the same old story, but my therapist recommended that I start planning my days out, and I was like, that makes sense. And so I found this. It was $4, and it literally does have, you write in the month and the day of the week. You can even write in like what the weather's like, information for the day, and then it has a timetable in it. So it just goes through the hours of the day. So you can write in like, oh, at 10 o'clock I'm gonna do the dishes, at 11 I'm gonna meditate, at 12 I'm gonna go on a walk, just stuff like that. I think it really helped me, especially to mark stuff off, like plan my day out and then mark it off, kind of as like a it's satisfying to mark stuff off of a to-do list, right? You feel like you've actually accomplished something. So I picked that up. I thought it was really cool, especially just for $4. I figured I would try it out. I do keep like an agenda / planner already. I plan out like the month, I'm very forgetful. So I'll try it out. We'll see if it helps with time management, if I can actually be more disciplined. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. So next, this is the stuff that I got at Lair. So I don't even know how to go into this. First, I'll show you the stuff that I do know about. So I got these complete graphic novels of Man-Eaters. Man-Eaters is a comic. It's an Image comic. It is by Chelsea Kane, Kate Nimzik, Rochelle Rosenberg, Joe Caramanga, and Leah Mitternique. I'm probably not saying those right, but it's okay. I'm sure they will forgive me. I started reading Man-Eater comics a couple of years ago, actually. Whenever they first came out, I bought like the first 4 comics individually, and just I was hooked on them. Basically, what it is it's in kind of differently set universe, I guess. Kind of the same. Imagine like our world, except imagine that if whenever a girl got her period, she had the ability to turn into this crazed, ferocious cat that just wanted to kill men. That's what it's about, you guys, and it's amazing. I cannot rave enough about these comics. But life happens, and I got like the first volume. I have them all separately, but then, I kind of fell off, and it happens. So I was really excited to see that they had volume 2 and volume 3. Excuse me, I believe that they just started volume 4, and what I'll probably do is just wait for the entire volume to come out on book. I kind of learned that that's the best way to do it, just to have them all. But I am happy I have the first volume all in their separate comics, so that's very cool. But yeah, they're called Are Panthers. But it's amazing. I definitely recommend it. It's super feminist. I dig it. I honestly think that even like guys, that sounds like bad. I don't know how to word it. I think it's something that anybody can enjoy, and I think that even people who are like prone to pretend like periods are something that you shouldn't talk about, they should read this, because it could be a lot worse. I'm just saying, we could turn into Are Panthers whenever we're on the rag, but whatever. So the next things I got, I do have to preface this. I have always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, always, but I never had like the friends who wanted to do it. I was always too shy to go, and find like a new group of strangers to play with, especially because I wanted to do it, but I didn't really read into it. Of course, the gist of, or I knew the gist of D&D, and I always found it amazing because I did grow up playing games like RuneScape and World of Warcraft, and I love them. But like tabletop RPGs have always been very intriguing to me. But it was hard like finding people who were actually interested in it, or people that I was comfortable playing it with. And by comfortable, I just mean, I have a really hard time around strangers. I'm very shy. And yeah, it's just something I've always wanted to do. And David, actually, my partner, again, if you're new to this channel, my partner's name is David. He and his friends, our friends, they play D&D. And I was super, super excited to finally have people in my life that, I could feed this urge. I could like help me to feed this urge. Sounds so weird, but they're all super supportive. David has been super supportive, just showing me things and kind of telling me like the gist of the game, and honestly, it's just making me even more excited. I cannot wait. So David got me the D&D Players Handbook. He actually has his own copy, of course. I'm sure most D&D players do. But he wanted me to have my own copy coffee, which I thought was super cute. I actually rolled up my character last night, just a little bit. I think for my first campaign, we're doing the Eberron campaign, and I'm still not even sure if I'm like actually describing this right because again, I'm new. I'm a noob, so sue me, whatever. But my character, who does not have a name yet, I'm like racking my brain trying to figure out what I want to name her, is going to be a tiefling druid. So I'm very excited. Again, this is something I've been wanting to do since my childhood. I'm very excited that I can finally do it. And the next thing that I got are these Druid Spellbook Cards. I would love to go further in detail with these, but I still don't know what I'm doing. So I could pretend, but I'm not even going to try. But David said that these really help me rather than, trying to like fumble and figure out what spells I have as a druid. I guess something along those lines. But I'm so excited, you guys. A couple of the spells are listed on the back. You've got Enhance Ability. This is a 2nd level transmutation. Casting time, 1 action. Range, touch. Components, VSM. I don't know what that means. Duration, up to 1 hour, so it'll last for an hour. I get that. Your material, you need fur or a feather from a beast. You touch a creature and bestow upon it a magical enhancement. Choose one of the following effects. The target gains that effect until the spell ends. Bear's endurance, bull's strength, cat's grace, eagle's splendor, fox's cunning, or owl's wisdom. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I don't even know, like. Alright, I'm gonna stop. I'll stop. But the last thing that I have to show you, probably like the thing, right? Like this is something everyone needs. Unless you use D&D Beyond, I learned that you can actually roll on there. I'm really excited to play more of like, not super old school, I guess, because I was shown that D&D Beyond definitely does have its perks and it does make it, a lot easier. But by play it old school, I mean, I got, of course, my dice. I'm so excited. I'm such a, like, why am I like this? I don't know. But I got my little dice. I just thought the mini ones were so freaking cute. Like, look how cute they are. They're so tiny. And then these are just like red spackles with green numbers, obviously. These are actually called speckled strawberry. They're the polyhedral 7-die set. I've actually looked at quite a few sets just because obviously like David has been playing for a long time. He has a lot of different sets, and even when we went to the Renaissance Fair, he bought a new set as well. And yeah, I'm really excited. These sets were each like $6, which is not super crazy. So far, even just with my short time, I've seen sets that cost a lot of money, and I'm too poor for that. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like, very excited. It's gonna be great. Once I have a better understanding of things, I will do more content talking about D&D, but I don't want people to come for me because I'm new and I'm just trying to fit in. But I'm very excited. I said that like 100 times, so I'm gonna stop now. That is the stuff that I got from Kinokuniya and Dragon's Lair. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me nerd out, as the kids say. If you have any questions for me or any requests or anything, if you just want to talk, I always leave my social media handles in the description box. And yeah, just reach out if you need anything. I'll be here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed spending some time with me and getting to hear me ramble about my life. Happy you're a part of it. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.